Hi everyone, so today we are here with Gail and we're going to see how it is for her in the community, how much trouble she has when going out and about and also using the bathrooms, and with her service dog on how she toilets her and trains her to do different tricks.
And that is a very important reality. It does affect my life on a daily basis. I don't like being stuck at home.
Exactly. No one does. We don't want to be trapped in our homes.
No, that's right.
So Gail, would you introduce yourself, darling, to everyone here?
My name's Gail Armstrong. I'm 63 years old, or should I say young, and I'm a type 1 diabetic of 52 years, which has left me disabled since 2006. So welcome to my reality.
We're going to go and experience what it's like for you out in the community. So let's go see how it goes.
Thank you.
Gail, wow, you showed me some of the struggles you live with your everyday life and how hard it is with your prosthetic leg, and even with your service dog. It's incredible what you have to go through when you're out in the community.
Yes, everyone has good days and bad days, but you've got to judge your expectancies on your worst day. And when you're having a bad day, it affects you emotionally, and when you get emotional, things fall apart.
So Gail, when we were out in the car park, I noticed that there was no signs and you actually started getting a little bit distressed. You had nowhere to go, or no idea where the library was, and it was just horrible.
Yeah, that's really right, Catherine. I only see things that are right in front of me, and if I don't, I get confused, I panic, and then I do this. I can't cope, and the more I get stressed out, the worse things become, and then my world falls apart and I usually crumble. And this happens on a daily basis when things aren't right, and it's so easy to fix, and people just don't bother because it doesn't affect them.
Well, they don't see it, so why would they fix it? in that case.
There's so many people out there that have these problems. It's not just you and me or
Exactly.
the person down the street.
Exactly. And darling, when we arrived at the library, couldn't even tell us.
Well, there was no outdoor sign, so when I was at the other side of the car park, I didn't know where to go. There was no sign saying library. And then when I did get to the door, all I could see was book returns. I'm a clever person. I knew that that might be a library. And then I was pointed out that there was writing on the front door. I can't see it, but it was blue with the light. I didn't know. That makes me feel useless.
You're not useless, honey. It's okay. It's really hard. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. This is your reality. This is other people's reality, and others need to know. We all need to realize this. So, darling, when you're out in the community, just accessing the tools and training your pup to do interesting, amazing things, I'd love it if you'd introduce your service dog to everyone.
Okay, Libby is a very laid-back creature. Libby, sit. Oh, you see, she's trained so well. She chills out. She's assistant dog, still just certified. She's not quite 2 yet. She helps me with my balance. She helps me with my diabetes. And without her having full public access rights, I wouldn't be leaving the home. Or I'd have to have a full-time carer. And I don't want to lose my independence. She is my right-hand man. Aren't you, girl?
So how difficult is it for you to be able to tell Libby when you're at the shopping centre trying to help live?
The first thing is getting her to the shops. I have bus drivers that sees a dog and all of a sudden they don't see me. Then I've got to always find room for her, and then you get the people doing the shuffle to the side because they don't want to do the dog sitting beside them. And then, so that makes me feel that I don't want to go out. And then I get to the shopping centre, and the one we were at today is really, really a lovely place. They never disregard me. People are different. I find that people get up and move, and that once again isolates me. And being isolated, and especially if I need to go to the toilet, if there's no disability toilet or there's a long queue, I can't fit my dog in. So I don't go.
The cubicles are too small.
Too small. I can't move around. This leg doesn't like doing things. And, so I don't go to the toilet sometimes. And then worse still, if I'm having a bad walk day, I've got to actually walk out and find a tree or a garden out of the view of people, because otherwise your dog's being dirty if she needs to go. So you're damned if you do and damned if you don't.
So those doors earlier, they look so hard to open. Like, it's really frustrating when the doors are heavier for us to be able to open.
See, if I push a door, I'm all right going in. As when I pull a door towards me, I find it hard to walk backwards, and that's when I lose my balance. Or I've got to hold onto one door, bring the other arm out, and then try to juggle in. And having a dog doesn't make it any easier.
What happens if there's another door on the other side of that door, and it just...
You can't. I haven't got the strength in my arms to do this and do that and wiggle my bottom in. You can't. Even a able-bodied person would find it hard. And then if you're weak or elderly, you've got no chance.
So you love it when you're able to go out in the community, be able to be a part of everything and not have to be trapped in a room.
You want to be part, you want to be included. You don't want to feel different, but you want your differences recognised so people can help you with them. And then you're happy, and everybody else is happy around you too.
Do you ever find people try to avoid you at all? Or?
Yes, you get people either do two things. They'll pull away and don't want to acknowledge you, and then you get the people that offer you assistance. The trouble is sometimes that assistance makes you feel, once again, disabled. No one wants to feel disabled. And so it's a bit of a cutting edge.
Gail, the way you showed me earlier how your dog is able to pick up things off the ground. It was amazing. You train assistance animals, or
I do, but your own dog never gets as trained as well as anybody else's. They always get put on the back burner. And as you can see, she's ready to rock and roll.
And she looks quite content though, doesn't she?
She's very content. I can go out all day and she won't put a foot wrong.
That's amazing. Gail, is there anything that you would need, like you yourself or others would require to have in the community that would make it more accessible for your dog and yourself to be able to be out there?
Oh, look, that's not hard to answer. I don't particularly like walking at times, and like you said, perfect examples when I got upset in the car park. Can you imagine how frustrating it is that your dog needs to go to the toilet and I've got to walk 5Ks to find somewhere suitable? I've got to go through car parks to find a bit of square garden. And then she's got a toilet in public and she gets a bit embarrassed by that as well. And why should I have to look in and go through dangerous car parks with poor vision, hot tar, and then be made to go? And sometimes she's in a hurry. She's sat quietly all day and she deserves to be able to go somewhere quick, quiet, out of the way, hygienic, and done and dusted. It doesn't mean that I've got a plan or if I'm physically able to take her there.
So when you're in the accessible room and say she has a puppy pad, if you have any of those with you?
Yes, I do.
Yep. Do you ever find a place to dispose them, or do you have to bag them up and take them home?
I have to bag them up. I have clip-lock bags, and I bag them up and I take them to a sanitary bin if I find one, or I take them home with me.
Would it be better if there was a proper bin for this type of issue?
Well, that's right. It's not rocket science, is it? It wouldn't take much. You'd only need one. If you put an advertisement, who puts signs on doorways? All they have to do is on a disability toilet is put a picture of a dog.
Exactly.
This wouldn't be hard.
If there's anything that you'd like to say to the viewers today that you want to leave a message, what would that be?
The message is everybody should be treated equally, and that doesn't happen in today's world. And I think I deserve to be treated as a normal, happy, every-get-lucky person. You shouldn't be treated any differently, but we've got to put the means to the problems. We're to solve them. And it's not dealing with a lot of money. It's just common decency. Everybody's got a right to be able to get the best from their life. So, the best from my life is having my dog with me and her having the same rights as me, because that's what we need to be happy.
Gail, thank you so much for coming out and showing us a little bit of what it's like for you in your world. And just being here with you is such an honour. Thank you so much, darling. Can I give you a hug if that's
You
okay?
sure can.
I can understand.
Thank you for helping us. Really appreciate it.
Your
Should be
story,
more people like you in the world.
your,
Definitely.
your story deserves to be shared with everybody, because we should all have the right to toilet with dignity.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Gail. Amazing things are going to happen, so find out what accessibility is going to bring you next.